21 days into the month of June, the year 2025. Trust you're well and you've been well. Thank you for tuning in to KUTV Weekend Live. And Weekend Live starts right now. President William Ruto dismisses threats from his critics, emphasizing his unwillingness to put off from his agenda. Rigathi Gachagwa's one-term prophecy for the Kenya Kwanza government continues as he warns against youth political exploitation. Hawker Boniface Kariuki's family calls for financial help as hospital bill hits 1 million. A wave of fear as over 300 donkey reported stolen in Katangi village, Machakos County, following a sudden surge in donkey theft and illegal slaughter.
This is Weekend Live with Ochieng, Cynthia.
And Naomi Ombu is our sign language interpreter tonight. Remember that you can also find this broadcast on social media platforms. On YouTube, it's KUTVNEWS, Kenya. On X, it's KUTV_Kenya. My name is Ochieng, Cynthia. Welcome. Now, just a day after former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua stormed Meru, criticizing the Kenya Kwanza government for sidelining the Mount Kenya region, President William Ruto has pitched camp in the same county, hitting back at Gachagwa's criticism, reaffirming his commitment to development amidst rising political tensions. Patricia Alex kicks us off tonight.
Harambe! On Friday, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua stormed Meru, accusing President Ruto of prioritizing roads to his private hotel in Meru instead of building roads for Meru residents. But barely 24 hours later, President Ruto arrived in Meru and hit back, defending his right to invest anywhere, including Meru.
Mutu hana mpango.
Gachagua attacked President Ruto, stating he would not agree to join him in killing children, accusing Ruto of attempting to divide the mountain through his impeachment and the so-called Soprano guy.
Wewe Kasongo umetumia watoto wetu vibaya.
In response, Ruto hit back strongly, describing his critics as people without any agenda, saying they only call him names. He affirmed that he is firm and strong enough and vowed to send them home early in the morning come 2027.
Ati kazi yake Kasongo. Oh, Ruto must go. Oh, one time. Hana mpango ya ajira ya hawa vijana. Hana mpango ya barabara. Hana mpango ya kilimo.
Gachagwa's successor Kithure Kindiki threw his full weight behind the state, urging him to invest where he chooses.
Na kama umepata mali ya kuinvest hapa Meru, invest. Na sio Meru town peke yake, other towns ambao unaweza leta investment, we welcome you.
He dismissed those criticizing their agenda, saying that they do not understand them and they should leave and disappear completely.
Hawatujui, hawatuelewi. Nataka nikuja nisimame hapa peke yangu, ninyoroshane na hao wanaume, niwapeleke mbio mbio.
As 2027 is drawing closer, political temperatures are rising in the Mount Kenya region, with leaders competing hard for support and the future of the area hanging for balance. Patricia Alex for KUTV.
And still in political beat, now former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua doubled down on his one-term slogan while issuing stark warnings against youth exploitation, while predicting doom for the Kenya Kwanza government in upcoming polls in Tigania, Meru County and Mukinduri, Kirinyaga County. Gachagua mounted criticism of a Nairobi protest where police and armed goons formed a controversial alliance. Our county correspondent reports.
Hata Mikinduri mnasemaje?
In Mikinduri, Kirinyaga County, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua reignited his one-term prophecy for Kenya Kwanza, declaring the ruling coalition's political obituary ahead of the next elections.
Harambe! Harambe!
Gachagua took direct aim at Tigania East Member of Parliament, accusing him of inciting an unrest among young people.
Watoto wetu, mimi nataka kuomba nyinyi. Mimi najua hamuna kazi. Hata mkipatiwa pesa, usipige ndugu yako. Usipige mamako. Wewe kula hiyo pesa na usime simu. Si ndio? Mimi naomba ndugu yangu Mboro Mtuamburi, tafadhali mheshimiwa, hawa watu walikuchagua. Bwana wewe unatuma watu hapa na mapanga. Aende. Mboro Aburi aende. Musaliti aende asiende.
Even former agriculture CS Mithika Linturi, now flanking Gachagua, unloaded salvos at their former boss President William Ruto.
Lakini kama Kasongo amenitenda mimi, kama Kasongo ametenda Wakenya wote, anatundanganya kila wakati, si tuko na haki ya kuja kuambia, totena haki ya kuyobwera tubeto, tobwera kane tutabwera, tuambie ukweli, ila shida tuko naye, na mimi niwaambie.
The rally's fiery rhetoric contrasted sharply with Nairobi's streets, where the public outrage grows over police reportedly collaborating with armed gangs to quash protests.
Naona serikali imechukua vijana kupiga wale waandamanaji, wapigwe marungu, wawawe, ilhali wale vijana walikuwa wanaandamana kwamba mmoja wao aliuliwa kwa police station. Leo hii mumeona tena leo hapa Tigania East, serikali imepeana pesa kwa mbunge wenyu tena akuje apige wale watu wakuja kufanya mkutano wa amani.
As political tension escalate and questions linger over the state of protest policing, all eyes remains on how the government will navigate these mounting challenges.
Urugwe wacha mtu auche sera zake, lakini sababu wengine hawana sera ndio sababu wanaleta vita, sio?
Ni watoto ya Maumau. Wewe peleka vita Nairobi, peleka vita Kisumu, peleka vita kwa Rusugoi. Usidhubutu kuleta vita hapa Tigania.
Na tunaambia Director of Public Prosecution, kama statement ya DIG haitakuwa imewekwa by kesho asubuhi, sisi tunasema hatutakubali polisi yoyote ashike raia yoyote aingize katika police station.
For now, the stage is set for a heated political showdown with Kenya's youth caught in the crossfire.
Chukua mtoto wake na Aden Duale, ndio saa hii wameingilia biashara ya miraa, wameumiza sisi watu ya Tigania na watu ya Igembe. Waende wasiende? Waende wasiende?
Auma Evans for KUTV, Nairobi.
Nani ameharibu uchumi? Nani amefuta Wameru kazi? Nani ameharibu miraa?
And in West Pokot, the Kenya Kwanza administration is stepping up efforts to solidify grassroots support. Farouk Kibet, a close ally of President William Ruto, is leading the Charge Women rally and delivering a strong message to the opposition.
Yule mfadhili wao ambaye ndiye anapapea pesa zile alipora akiwa kwa ofisi ya serikali, na wewe ulipewa ofisi kubwa ya serikali, badala ya kutumia hiyo ofisi kufanya empowerment ukatumia kununua mahoteli Kenya mzima. Hizo ndio pesa sasa unatumia kuchochea vita na vurugu Nairobi.
And now more than 5,000 coffee farmers in Kirinyaga County are set to benefit from a new 3-year initiative aimed at revitalizing the region's coffee sector. The program focuses on improving farming practices, boosting yields and empowering women and youth, which in turn offers fresh hope to young farmers long affected by climate and market challenges, as Yusuf Abninasir now reports.
Farmers of Inoi Cooperative Society will reap the fruit if the German-based coffee buyers' 3-year project called Brewing the Future Coffee to Stay comes to effect. The project, which is funded by Chibo in collaboration with the Mount Kenya Sustainable Landscape and Livelihoods Program MSULI, aims to address the challenges in the coffee sector through promotion of regenerative agriculture, climate-smart practices, and the inclusion of women and youth in the coffee sector, with the purpose to improve coffee yields, quality, and resilience against climate change. These efforts will contribute to the long-term sustainability of the region's agricultural landscapes and the livelihoods of small-scale farmers. Speaking during the launch of the project at Inoi Coffee Factory in Kerugoya, the country director of Rainforest Alliance, Marion Nganga, revealed that the project is targeting about 5,000 farmers of Inoi Coffee Cooperative Society in Kirinyaga County to create a more sustainable world through protecting nature and improving their livelihoods.
We shall be implementing the project through 3 pathways, which is regenerative and climate-smart agriculture. We shall be strengthening the coffee business by enhancing coffee productivity and quality. And we shall implement intervention aimed at including women and youth in coffee value chain through diversification of agricultural activities.
Karugu Macharia, Landscape Management Board, who also weighed in during the launch, insisted that having indigenous trees and other value crops like macadamia and avocados in the coffee farms play a key role during dry seasons.
So I would like also to say, when we are talking of agroforestry, and we are talking of having macadamia, and we are talking of having avocados in the coffee farms, and having also the indigenous trees, those trees become very important, especially when it gets dry. So you'll need to train the farmers on how best they can be able to manage even those trees which are in their farms.
Chairperson Inoi Farmers Cooperative Society Felix Mwai, who spoke in the unveiling of the project, stated the training will be a turnaround in operations of the society in terms of production, as they want to increase current production of 630,000 kilograms annually to a target of 2.2 million.
The partnership has come by because of the prudence of the board members and the farmers of Inoi, which they have applied for the last 5 years from a production of 630,000 to the current about 2.2 million kilos, and it has attracted people to walk a journey with their farmers.
This project will be the start of a new chapter for Mount Kenya region, which has long been facing significant challenges due to climate change, land degradation, and socio-economic pressures affecting smallholder coffee farmers who are crucial to the region's economy. Reporting for KUTV, I'm Yusuf Abdinasir.
Thank you, Yusuf. Now, the government has reaffirmed its commitment to fully fund national examinations, dismissing claims that exam fees had been scrapped. Speaking during a prize-giving ceremony in Narok, Education Cabinet Secretary Julius Migosugamba emphasized the 701 billion shillings allocated to the sector and urged parents to play a stronger role in guiding learners. The CS also warned against misleading social media content as leaders across Narok echoed the call for focus, discipline, and continued efforts to uplift education standards in the region.
You are aware, this administration has so far employed 76,000 teachers, and we are set to employ another 24,000 to be in class by 26 January, and the balance of 16,000 will be employed by 2027, as we had promised in our manifesto that we are going to employ 116,000 teachers. We've also done a lot in the area of ensuring that the infrastructure is available. This administration again has so far built 23,000 classrooms, and this year in the budget we provided for 1,650 labs, and these labs will be built in schools that require them, where there has never been a lab, so that we can treat our students fairly across the country in order for them to have access to have that quality education as provided for in the Constitution. So we just came to just ensure that people are aware that as a government and in this sector we are ensuring or working very hard to ensure that our children benefit from the resources that we have as a government.
And we are taking a very short commercial break. We'll be back with more. Stay tuned.
Hi, my name is Stella Tioi.
Jina langu naitwa Ochieng James.
This is Mandela Gaya.
Ugonjwa ulipokuja ulichukua siku 3 ukaniweka in coma. 20 wamezikwa, 2 ndio wako hai.
I don't even know how it feels to see.
I feel like I cannot express myself well the way somebody who can walk can actually express themselves.
Ilichukua muda mwingi mrefu tena mpana ili kuikubali kwamba mimi siwezi tembea tena.
I've come to actually accept myself.
Ukijaribu kumsimamisha mtu umwambie tafadhali nionyeshe njia.
They find it quite strange talking to you.
You should just make schools integrated.
Inclusive setups.
By providing the right facilities.
Miti miti, panda panda. Our planet's future is in our hands. However, there is a threat to the brightness of this tomorrow. On Earth Check, we share the challenges, the solutions, and the hope.
I would call this a very momentous day, a very critical day.
Every episode, every story, every step we take creates a ripple. Join me, the environmentalist Emmanuel Kutosi, on KUTV every Wednesday at 8 p.m. and be part of Earth Check. Welcome. You are watching Weekend Live and Cynthia.
And welcome back. Now, the family of Boniface Kariuki, the 22-year-old hawker who was shot during Tuesday's protest in Nairobi, is appealing for financial assistance as medical bills continue to mount. Speaking to the media on Saturday during a health update at Kenyatta National Hospital, Kariuki's father, John Kariuki, who is also a hawker, said they have not received any support or official communication from authorities and are urging any well-wishers to come through to their aid. And on to Siaya County. Now, Siaya County climate change is not only affecting the environment, but also putting women and girls at risk. With food and water shortages, cases of gender-based violence are increasing. And as a result, women leaders are now speaking out, calling for urgent action and better support at the community level.
Rising cases of gender-based violence in Siaya are raising alarm, with food scarcity and competition over resources like water and firewood cited as key drivers. Speaking at the Duonmine Forum, Charlene Adhiambo of Siaya Muungano Network linked the crisis to household stress. The women-led forum focuses on gender-responsive, community-driven climate solutions and addressing rural women daily struggles.
My name is Charlene Adhiambo, the Executive Director, Siaya Muungano Network. We have been here since yesterday for the Duonmine Forum, which this is the second chapter for this year. Last year we had a similar engagement, And as an organization, we are committed to still strengthen the grassroots engagement of women on issues of climate change. And we'll also be promoting locally led solutions so that then we are able to advance gender responsive integrated climate solutions.
The two-day Don't Mine Forum in Siaya brought together women leaders to discuss impact of climate change on rural women. Organizers said women suffer most but are rarely involved in decision making. Anne Adhiambo called for clean cooking solutions to ease their burden and protect the environment.
Here we are participating together, but we have some requests that we are putting forward to our government, the national government and the county government, that we as women, we need to have clean cooking where we use the improved jikos. So for us to have those improved jikos, we need finance. We lack finance that we can use to enable all the women that we have to have clean jikos in order to clear our environment.
On the other hand, Lynette Omondi stressed that women are forced to go to extra mile to provide for their families. She pointed out that women walk long distance in search of water and firewood and called for their full inclusion in climate change, planning and solutions.
Most of the time when women are abandoned with their kids, they are the ones who have to walk the extra mile to go find water for their kids, or the ones to go and find firewood somewhere to cook for their kids, or find food wherever food is to also enable them to just fend for the family. So it's seen that the effects of climate change really hit the women, and therefore we are just here to amplify the voice of the woman so that we are also included in the forums and the spaces that fight for climate change.
As climate challenges grow, women in Siaya are calling for urgent action and inclusion in decision making, saying lasting solutions must start at the grassroots and reflect the realities they face daily. Edna Nerea, KUTV.
And a wave of fear has swept across residents of Katangi in Machakos County following a sudden surge in donkey theft and illegal slaughter cases. In just 1 month, and over 30 donkeys have been reported stolen or butchered in the forest, leaving locals worried that donkey meat may be making its way to the local market. For many, donkeys are not just animals, but a daily lifeline. Animal welfare groups now warn that the country's donkey population has dropped to below 1 million, blaming the decline on rising forest slaughter and poor enforcement of animal protection laws.
Na hiyo ilikuwa imeanza kitambo lakini ikanyamazia. Sasa tuseme juzi ndio wameanza tena kuchinja punda kwenye misitu, hawachinjii kwenye slaughter, wanachinjia kwenye misitu.
In Katangi, Machakos County, a rising number of donkey theft cases is causing panic among locals who heavily depend on the animal for their daily needs. In just 4 weeks, more than 30 donkeys have vanished or been found slaughtered in nearby forests, triggering fears that donkey meat is being sold in the open market. Some residents have begun questioning the origin of the meat sold in butcheries, citing concerns over food safety and ethics.
Nyama zinabebwa kutoka hapo huku kwa vicheka na ngali. Na hizo mangali kuna mahali wanapeleka hizo nyama kwa soko. Kungekuwa na officers wa pet mahali hizo nyama zinapelekwa, wachunguze kama hizo nyama ni za ng'ombe ama ni za mbuzi ama ni za ng'ombe.
According to donkey rights advocates, lack of proper legislation and enforcement has allowed underground donkey slaughters to thrive, especially in rural areas. Data from Animal Welfare Organization indicates that Kenya's donkey population has dipped below 1 million as of May this year.
The problem that we are experiencing now is the donkey bush slaughter, which has two really big impacts as far as donkeys are concerned. The first one is their welfare and population is actually dwindling down. 2025, the donkey population is actually below 1 million.
Residents are now urging the government to heighten patrols and punish perpetrators severely to deter the trend. They insist that donkeys should receive the same security and attention as their livestock, noting that continued silence from authorities could lead to their extinction. Pesi Achola, KUTV.
Now, moving on, police in Busia have intercepted a lorry ferrying 8,000 liters of ethanol believed to be headed to central Kenya from Uganda. The seizure was made following an intelligence-led operation at Malaba, where officers from the Western region swung into action. Western Regional Police Commander Isaac Mohamud says patrols have been intensified along the porous border to curb illegal trade and drug trafficking. The driver of the lorry managed to escape and is currently being sought alongside the vehicle owner. This comes barely a month after police in Busia destroyed bang worth 45 million shillings. The captured ethanol has been taken for testing.
Following intelligence-led operation, surveillance and the swift coordination by our officers, we successfully intercepted a motor vehicle KDD 287U FRR Zuzu, which was ferrying 32 drums of ethanol, suspected ethanol, which with a capacity of 250 liters, making a total of 8,000 liters, with the value of about 1 million and about 100,000. But cumulative taxes are supposed to be 13 million for that consignment.
And on to our weekly segment of the By the Way. In a political season where silence is scarce and symbolism speaks louder than policy, the second-in-command's early moves are setting the tone. Firm, fast and unfiltered. Whether it's heat or just high stakes, one thing is clear. This seat is not for the faint. This is the By the Way.
By the way, mimi naona bado tena anasunguka tu, anasema sijui Kawaya alifanya nini, sijui Sudi alifanya nini, sijui huyu ana base.
He may just have taken office.
Mimi ni noma si noma.
But the new DP isn't here for pleasantries.
Mimi ni fire si fire.
With the ink barely dry on his appointment,
Muko na maneno.
he's charging full speed ahead.
Nataka nikuje nisimame hapa peke yangu, ninyoroshane na hao wanaume, niwapeleke mbio mbio.
Eyes fixed.
Waswahili husema changirizi ya chungu huata ndovu.
Gloves off.
Watu wengine wanapiga kelele hapa, hawajawahi fanya kitu yoyote. Hawaelewi anything.
Mstahiki Speaker, samaki wote hunuka lakini walimshuku kambare.
But why?
Because I goofed, maybe.
Well,
Deputy President ameongea hapa karibu 1 hour, si ndio? Mmesikia akiongea mambo ya mtu?
Because in the corridors of Senate,
ukiona kivuli cha mtu mfupi kimeanza kuwa kirefu, jua kuna kucha ama ni machweo.
the language has turned razor sharp.
Mimi silali.
Proverbs now carry daggers.
Unatisha nani?
And restraint is being preached.
Mr. Speaker, right now I am trending.
But not always practiced.
Wako na kisirani inatoka hapa inafika Cape Town.
As a few political actors test the limits of decency.
Not every day you come across an officer who will be able to restrain themselves.
And in the heat of Kenyan politics,
Kiona kesi inakaa sana katika kasri ya mfarume, ujue kwamba tajiri ana makosa.
Wao ni one term. Sema one term.
the one who stirs the pot.
Mimi sisukumi 2 term.
Acha uoga bwana. Wewe nipatie hiyo kitu mimi nitashika mwenye analeta ukumbafu hapo.
Doesn't get to complain about the fire.
Mimi ni fire si fire.
Alikuwa hata anaiba nyimbo zetu na kula mahindi na viazi, ndio tufikirie ni mmoja we. Sasa nimeona kwa Raila anakula omena.
By the way,
waonge wasi
one waonge watch.
Wengine wanasema Ruto must go. Aende wapi?
Si lazima iwe kwa mpango.
Yeah. Ala.
The DP is dialing up the pressure.
Mnajua mimi ni jirani yenu. Wacha niwaambie ukweli. Unajua jirani anaweza ambia wewe ukweli na hakuna kitu utafanya.
Mimi mwenyewe nilimwambia usiguze mlima akaguza.
Kona kiburi amefura.
Maskini hedi mkele, na hata angeenda mkele akapakia jahazi mchele tele, urudi na upele.
Sana mmesema tukae ndani. Ndani kabisa. Mmesema tukae ndani. Ndani ndio kuna utamu. Tukae ndani kabisa. Kwe moyo.
By the way, chochezi na wakabila wakwende one way. Asante sana.
So my name is Kutv. I'm Associate Professor in the Institute of Philosophy of Jagiellonian University in Krakow, Poland. And I'm the main coordinator of the Cafe project, which is being here hosted by KUTV University.
My name is Ewa Hudoba. I am a project manager in this consortium. Keep watching cutting-edge research at KUTV University Television.
Miti miti, panda panda. Our planet's future is in our hands. However, there is a threat to the brightness of this tomorrow. On EarthCheck, we share the challenges, the solutions, and the hope.
I would call this a very momentous day, a very critical day.
Every episode, every story, every step we take creates a ripple. Join me, the environmentalist Emmanuel Kutosi, on KUTV every Wednesday at 8 p.m. and be part of EarthCheck. Welcome.
Back, and we also back with sports news. Now, cutting will officially come to the 2024-2025 Football Kenya Federation season on Sunday with 9 matches on the card, with at least 4 teams fighting to evade relegation acts. The new Football Kenya Federation Premier League, the new Football Kenya Federation Premier League champions Police FC will be hoping to wind up their 2024-2025 season on high with a victory over FKF Premier record winners Gor Mahia when the two sides meet on Sunday.
I think first thing naweza sema imekuwa hii ni history because all the time tumekuwa NSL for around 6 to 7 years, na on the stage tukiwa tunatapanda tulisema one day one time tutachukua league, but hatukuwa tunajua itakuwa less than 4 years because kwa NSL tulikaa sana, but tulikuwa na ambition tukipanda tupande ligi then tukue watu wa kutafuta ligi pia ya KPL kuchukua.
First of all, nashukuru Mungu. Najua tumekuwa na season ngumu sana, but I think sisi wenyewe tu ndo tunaweza kuwa tough opponent na sisi wenyewe ndio tunafanya hii ligi kwa rahisi. I think tulivyokuja we had like 5 game in hand. I think we didn't take those games seriously na tukaperform vibaya, but I think baada hapo we had a meeting wachezaji na tukaamua, and I think hiyo ndio tusaidia because before hata wakubwa wakuja manani we had our meeting si wenyewe.
Is the toughest season nimecheza kwa career yangu because ukiangalia every team walikuwa na quality hadi wenye wako pale chini
na ndio maana ukiangalia hadi sasa bado hatujui bado teams gani zitashuka, na hata sisi tumewin 2 ligi recently, so ukiangalia ni ligi imeenda until to the wire.
So I found a good team, well established with good talent inside, but also with the officials who has the vision, so it was easy to understand each other, to push, but all in all, we prayed it as it's God's blessing. So.
And Chelsea suffered first defeat in their FIFA Cup World Cup after suffering 3-1 defeat in the hands of Brazilian-based outfit Flamengo at Lincoln Financial Field in the United States of America. And the Blues led through Pedro Neto but conceded twice and lost Jackson to a red card in a disastrous 6-minute spell after halftime, with Bruno Henrique and Danilo allowed the Brazilian team to take the lead before Wallace Jan added the third goal. Enzo Merasca side will have to win their last Group D match against Tanis to rekindle their chances of processing to the round of 16. That marks the end of the 30 minutes bulletin that we had here at KUTV Weekend Live, and we're so much grateful for you, my viewer, for staying tuned. Now, Naomi Ombui has been our sign language interpreter tonight. My name is Ochieng, Cynthia. Till next time, do have a lovely and lively night. Good night.